Thank you very much, Jan. Happy to be here. I'm Markus Hökfelt, the investment director for the Greentech VC of SEB, and SEB is a Nordic Scandinavian-based bank. So why do a bank evolve in venture capital investments, you might ask? So obviously, first we see that this massive undertaking is a part that the whole society needs to transform, and the banks have a huge role to play there. But we also see that means that there will be unprecedented business opportunities for those companies that are innovative and can take part of that journey. And secondly, when asked with the clients that SEB is working with, a lot of them said that one of the reasons why we don't integrate with small innovative companies are because we lack a trustworthy investor for the long time on the balance sheet that we have a current relationship with. And here SEB has an important part to play because we work with many of the large utilities and industry companies, especially in the Nordics, but also internationally. And maybe thirdly was that even when we look at the Nordic ecosystem, which is a vibrant and very good startup ecosystem, a lot of the money was flowing to more software and digital type of companies. But the ones that is also needed to make the energy transition happen and the net zero, you have to invest in some hardware companies as well. So therefore, we as a bank are able to do that. We're balance sheet investors, so we can stay on a little bit longer, be a bit more patient maybe than other private venture capital might have difficult to do. So we do direct equity investments around A and B series, 1 to 4 million euro entry ticket, but we allocate to continue invest. Our current mandate is fairly small, but it's a clear ambition for the bank to grow that over time. As we're a balance sheet, we don't need to define, the end limit at this stage. So we go by a couple of 80-20 rules. The first one being that we, as the title says, we said hardware at hard work. So we need to do things that reduce greenhouse gas emissions. So 80% of our focus would be to reduce greenhouse gases, which is one of the planetary boundaries on climate. But we also, based on other experience for doing VC in only that niche, we saw a lot of good companies coming with things that wouldn't fit into greenhouse gas reduction, but would be very beneficial to the planet. So we expanded the scope into the planetary boundaries defined by Stockholm Resilience Center. We will be mainly Nordics in our home market, but also do deals in Europe. As said here, industry, process, hardware type of deals will be main focus, but we actually have quite some good expertise in the team with SaaS and software-based background as well. I've led SaaS business and in EV charging. Christina, who is here and you can talk to, has also been in the fintech space for a long time. So we have good experience there as well. With this broad scope, obviously we need to narrow down what we look at and be selective there. So we will be 80% like an active co-investor to other investors and seek that type of arrangement. But when things are right and we have the right knowledge or expertise within SEB to act upon, we will also be an active lead investor. So as you can see here, this is a very ambitious, I'm extremely proud to present this kind of portfolio we've done. We've been around now 1.5 years, and these areas are, I would say, many of them very hard to abate sectors. You saw Core Power Ocean presenting previously. We also have a sea green technology in wet biosludge treatment. We have Enginzyme towards chemical production of chemicals based on bio and enzymes. And then on more the demand side, and this is then, so the 3 first are the hardware ones, and 2 on the bottom right are then more software and digital based. So our team, currently we're 4, we're growing, so still recruiting. So repeating a bit of the value prop, so we're Nordic experts with a global network. SEB has actually been doing venture capital since 1994, so there is a lot of expertise and know-how within the bank towards that. And we were actually the bank who issued the first green bond together with the World Bank in 2012. So a very proactive bank when it comes to initiating green financing. And the value prop from the team, over 15 years of venture capital experience, but even more important, I think, for startups is that we have a lot of operative experience in the team as well. Right, thanks.